Hey y'all, welcome to week 3 of the Financially Organized Bootcamp. I will be giving y'all a step-by-step tutorial on how to track your income and your expenses within your business. And yes, no matter how big or how small you are, you need to be keeping track of how much you're making and how much you're spending if you want your business to last. So the first step on becoming financially organized is to create your Google Sheet. Luckily for you, I already created a Google Sheet for you to go ahead and download if you click the link in the description. So since I already created the sheet for you, I'm just going to go through the sheet and explain to you what everything does, because there is some automation that I implemented into this Google Sheet. So let's go ahead and see what this Google Sheet is looking like. Okay, so in this Google Sheet, there at the bottom, let's first start at year 2024. This tab right here shows your yearly profit and loss. So as the year continues to go on, you will just, upload your information onto here. In our beginning balance, you see that we started the month with $900. And we don't have any income just yet, so that's empty, that's zero. We don't have any expenses just yet, so that's zero. But our total cash is $900 because we started the month with $900. But we're going to be using the monthly template right here to input our data. So I'm just going to go through this and show you how everything maneuvers and how everything works. So first, looking right here, the total income, which is right here, this sums up column E. Sums up column E, as you can see right here. Right here it says sum E. So it is going to automatically sum up the income that you get throughout the month as is inputted. So I'm just going to put a random number, 300. So you see how that went up? 300, let me put 400, and the numbers are increasing automatically. And then I'm going to keep these numbers right here just so that I can explain the tax savings. So the tax savings, it is recommended that you save around 30% of your income for taxes. Now this may be more than what you end up owing, or this may end up being less than what you end up owing. But this just gives you like a ballpark amount on how much you should put to the side so that you're prepared for tax time. So I did that for y'all with this equation, H3 times 30 times 0.3, which is doing H3, which is actually, let me explain to you this number right here before I get to the tax savings. So H3, which is profit and loss, this number is your total income minus your expenses, which equals your net income. Your net income, that is what you are taxed on as a business owner. You are not taxed on your total income that you receive from your business. This is like a bonus to being a business owner. You're able to deduct the expenses that you have ongoing. So since we don't have any expenses right now, our profit and loss is 700, because that's the amount of money that we made. So we're 700 profit. And I don't know if you noticed, but this number actually turned green once I started inputting numbers into here. I'm just going to cut this really quick just so I can show you. Oh wait, no, I'm just going to delete it. Oop. So I deleted the $700 from your income and it turned yellow. Yellow means that you're breaking even, meaning that you're not making a profit or you're not making a loss. And then once it turns green, 300, 400, this is indicating that you're having a profit. Okay, so now that you understand that, let me show you when it turns red. When you have an expense, which means you're making a purchase within your business, let's say we spent $290. So now this number, your total expenses increase, but your total profit decreased because now you're taking money out of your business. So now let's say we end up spending $500 on some new equipment. Now our profit and loss turn red because we're now spending more than what we're making within our business. If you never kept track of these numbers, you would never know that you're spending more than what you're actually bringing in, which is why this is so important to incorporate into your business. I want to go back to the tax savings now. So your tax savings, it is recommended that you save about 30% of your net income to put to the side for taxes. So this $210 is 30% of the 700. So this will, increase or decrease as your income and expenses roll in for the month. So that's all for the dashboard. Let's now go down into income. So for the income, little section I created here. You have receipt number, date, description, form of payment, and amount. Receipt number, this is when you give your client or customer a receipt. You're going to have a number on this receipt. That number that you put on the receipt, you're going to then put it into this column. So that way when you go and you're going to store that receipt into like a Google Drive or something. So if you need to access this receipt for any reason, you know exactly what number it is, and you can go exactly to the Google Drive and match the two transactions together. Then you have the date, of course, that's the date of the service or product sold. Description, you have here, if it's like a sale or a deposit, you can put that here. Form of payment, Zelle, Cash App, or cash. And also, a good thing to note that you see this little pencil right here, it says edit button. If you click this, right here, you're able to edit whatever is necessary that you need to put into this drop down bar. I just have Zelle, Cash App, and cash because those are the two common forms of payment. But all you have to do is click add another, and you can put Venmo if you need. And yeah, you could just do that. One thing I would like to note to y'all though, you cannot edit this on your phone. So when you if you're on your phone right now and you download Google Sheets, you're able to input information into this Google Sheet, but you're not able to edit this list. And that's a little bit of like an annoyance when you have, well, for iOS. If you have Android, you can edit it, but iOS, you cannot edit it. So what I like to do is put like a other tab. So you can put other just as like a placeholder. And then when you're able to get back onto your desktop, you can then go in and then edit it as you need. So that's that. So keep in mind for that. You just hit done. And always apply to all. So that way all of these will now change and add the Venmo. Okay, so that is that for the income. Oh, yeah, form payment, then the amount. So however much the service costs, you'll put that right here. Now over into the expenses. In the week 4 video, I will show you how to upload your expense receipts to Google Drive. That's going to be very important to do so that way you don't have to keep a whole bunch of receipts laying around everywhere. But for now, this receipt number right here that you see, you're going to, number your expenses receipts in the Google Drive to match this. Again, so this will make it super easy for you to match up the expenses on your profit and loss tracker to the actual physical receipt. So in this column, you'll put the receipt number, the date of the transaction, description. These are some of the common expenses that I have. So the bank statement I created that I'm about to show y'all, I just kind of took some of the things that I had on my bank statement as a hairstylist and placed it, and fixed the numbers up a little bit. I changed the numbers a little bit, so we can use that as like an example. But this is where you can go in and edit the expenses that you have. Again, you will click this little pencil and you'll go in and add another thing too. Make sure you have that other expense, the other little drop down tab, so that way if it's something that's not listed on here on your phone, and then just make a note over here of what it is so that you can then go back and change it when you need to. Okay, so that's that. Then you'll put the amount of the purchase and any notes you may need to write next to the expense. And then for the last box over here, this is for credit card payments. The reason credit card payments do not go into your expense sheet is because if you do that, you're going to be deducting the expense 2 times. And let me explain how that works. So basically, when you use your credit card, if you use a credit card to make purchases, when you make that initial purchase, you're going to put that on your expense sheet. But you still haven't paid the amount yet on your credit card. So, yes, you put in your expense sheet because you did buy the purchase. But later on, you're going to end up going to pay that payment on your credit card, which is going to then come out your actual bank account. But let's say that you have your credit card, you swiped it, you bought something for $20. You put it on your expense sheet. Okay, that's good. Then 2 months down the line, you go to pay back that $20 on your credit card. And you take the money from your bank account, pay on your credit card. this is where you do not place this on your expense sheet because you already put it on your expense sheet for the $20. So I hope that makes sense to you, how if you end up putting your credit card payments on your expense log, you end up putting too much in your expense column. So that is why I place a separate credit card payment section over here, just so you're keeping track of how much you're putting out to your credit cards. So now let's go ahead and actually do an example on how you would use this tracker. It's stated to y'all, if you've had your business for a while and you're just now starting to track your profit, you're going to go to your bank statement, and which I have like an example bank statement right here, and you're going to transfer this information onto the profit and loss so that you can accurately track what's going on in your business. If you're new, if you haven't had anything happening in your business yet, that's a good thing, because now you can just be proactive with inputting your income and your expenses. But still continue to watch this video. Make sure you go ahead and like this video if you're learning something new, or if you feel like this template is going to help you a lot in your business. So yeah, so continue to watch so that you can just know how this all works. So the beginning, okay, so let's start at the beginning. June 1st, we started our business in June 1st, and we had $900 in our balance. I've already inputted this number in the year 2024 section. So all the information that you're putting into this column, it can be copied and pasted onto here. And then the main difference between this sheet and the monthly sheet is that this is the year 2024 is going to be ongoing. So January, February, March, April, May, June is going to keep on going down. This monthly template is solely going to be 1 month. And then you'll duplicate it. I suggest making a duplicate before you even put anything. You can, duplicate this sheet so that you'll have like a little copy on hand and not have to delete everything. So on June 5th, 2023, we had a Zelle transfer from client number 1. And that amount was... Let's go over... $100. So client number 1 gave us $100. So what we're going to do... what was the day? Actually, I'm going to make this smaller because we're not using the expenses right now. So June 5th... 6/5/2023, we had a sales service of being Zelle in the amount of $100. So as you can see, our total income increased by $100. Our tax savings is $30, which is 30% of our total income. Which is 30% of our total profit and loss. And as for the receipt, again, remember I said that this receipt number is going to come from your Google Drive, because once you gave your client or customer the receipt, you put a number on there. You put a number on the receipt. You'll take that number off the receipt and put it onto right here. But we're not going to fool with this receipt number column in this video. So the next column, June 5th, 2023, we went to Tiffany's Beauty and we purchased something for $37.87. So we'll go over to the expense. That was June 5th, 2023. I'll put the video stop recording for a second. Tiffany's Beauty, which is supplies, and we spent $37.87. So $37.87. We don't need to make any notes or anything because we had the receipt. Again, remember the receipt number. This is going to come from this is going to come from Google Drive because you took a picture of it and you uploaded it. But for this video, we're going to leave it blank. And you can see how our profit and loss had decreased, total expenses increased, and our tax savings decreased because now our profit is $62 instead of being the $100 like it was prior to making this purchase. So let's go down. On June 5th, 2023, we made a payment to our credit card, American Express, being $100. So remember, this was 6/5/2023 of $100. It goes right here because The purchase must have happened. The purchase had happened in the previous month. So in previous months, we already put it into our expense sheet. As long as you're being proactive, which you should be. Okay, moving on to the next one. June 8th. June 8th, 2023. KC Hair Outlet, which is a store where I buy supplies, and I spent $75.89. So we'll go to expenses. 6/8/2023. It was KC Outlet, I believe. Yep. And we spent $75.89. $75.89. Okay, so now we're in a loss of $13.76 because we're spending more. You see how $113.76 compared to the $100 that we made so far. So right now we're in the loss because we haven't made more than what we've been spending. Next, on June 9th, 2023, it was a Subway purchase. Now, I'm glad this is in here. I put this in here so that you can, take note of this. There may be times when you accidentally use the wrong card to make a purchase. So this Subway order, the Subway where you make the subs, this was a personal purchase that we'll say that was made on this this business card. You cannot write off food if it does not correlate to something that has to do with business or speaking to a client, a business trip or something. This is a personal purchase. So we are not able to put this on our expense sheet because it had nothing to do with our business. So we're going to ignore that. So if you end up mistakenly using the wrong card, it's not the end of the world. Just don't make it a habit. And, you'll just ignore it as it's not an expense. Okay, so moving on to June 8th, which was a credit card payment. I'm going to do a few more of these, and then I'm just going to finish filling it out, and then then I'll show you the end result of what happens. $50. So we'll go over here. I forgot what day was it? The 8th. So 6/8/2023. It was how much? $50. And then we have on 6/12/2023, we made some money. 6/12/2023. Get a sales service. Being Zelle is the form of payment of $165. I highly suggest that you do this as the transactions and income happen, because as a business owner, you're not going to have time. Well, you're going to have limited time, because you're trying to run your business, and you don't want to be overwhelmed when it comes to this type of stuff. So I suggest that, as the days happen, you are going onto your phone and inputting this information. It will just make your life a whole lot easier. And yeah, that's what I do. At the end of the day, after I do all my clients, or if I have time in between, I'll go on my phone on the app and just, put in how much I made for the day or how much I spent. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm just going to speed up the rest of this. The next was PayPal, Sam's Beauty, which is another place where I get supplies from, which was $56. So 6/12/2023. Sam's Beauty, is that on here? Yep. It was $56. Was it? $56 even. Okay. So boom. We're still in the green, which is good. We're having a profitable month so far. So I'm going to continue going through the bank statement and, kind of speed it up. I'm going to show y'all, but I'm going to speed it up. And then we'll come back and we'll analyze what actually happened in the month of June from our profit and loss statement. So we are back, and I have input all of the information from the bank statement, and let's go ahead and analyze what exactly had happened in the month of June. So we had made, in total, we had made $1,110, and in order to keep our business running for the month, we ended up spending $385.86. And so our total net profit was $724.14. With our tax savings, so this is how much we should put to the side for taxes, this is how much we could expect to owe as well, being $217.24. So this was a good, the biggest thing with this dashboard, and the biggest thing to note in this dashboard is that we ended the month in a profit. That is what you are trying to do. That's what you are intended to do each month. You want to end the month in a profit. You do not want to be negative. Breaking even isn't terrible, but you really don't want to break even for too long. So from this, we can copy all of this information. Go to year 2024, and we can put it here. And then we can go here, copy all of this, and put it here. So again, oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. That's not what we meant to do. We meant to put it year 2024. And then put it here. We started the month of June with $900. Our total income, which matches this month, is $1,110. Our total expenses between $385.86. So our total profit and loss for right now, for the year, is $724.14. Our total cash includes the amount that we started with, which was $900, plus our total income, minus our total expenses, which gives us, this is how much cash we physically have in our business right now. So with the yearly, when July comes, we'll come and put July right here and just have it keep on going down for the rest of the month, so that we'll then be able to analyze what has happened within our business. So that is how you will be using the profit and loss sheet right here that I provide for y'all. This is a great tool to start. It's no cost. We want to keep our costs low. And I believe this tool right here will help you as a business owner really understand and know what's going on within your business, because that is very important in order to survive this business world. So if you found this video useful or helpful, make sure you leave me a like and subscribe so that you can check out the rest of the videos that we'll be uploading next week and the week after that to finish out the Financially Organized Bootcamp. If this is your first video of mine, go back, watch the other 2 videos so that you can really grasp the understanding of being financially organized. And yeah, that's all I have for y'all today. I will see you in the next week's video. And yeah, peace.